Hi, I'm Erin Walker, owner of Body Love Wellness, a holistic wellness community for women. And today we're going to talk about what it means to eat right, not the proverbial eating well, which is a little bit more generic. As you know, if you followed me for any amount of time, food as medicine and how we eat is critical for balancing your hormones and thriving and feeling well in general. Food is intended to be our body's primary source of nutrients and the building blocks that it needs to heal itself and complete all biological processes, including making hormones. However, in our standard American lifestyle, we have been taught that eating well includes things like breakfast bars, granola bars, sugar-laden yogurts, coffee first thing in the morning on an empty stomach, just to name a few. And so I'm going to talk a little bit about why this has contributed to so many instances of hormonal imbalances and chronic health diseases. And as you follow me through the week, I'll share more tips about what you can do about it. So what's wrong in general with how we eat? Well, there's three reasons. One, generally that diet is too many carbs, especially first thing in the morning. If you tend to eat a breakfast that is some sort of cereal bar or breakfast bar or cereal itself, fruit bars, oatmeal, pancakes, muffins for breakfast, all of this creates hormonal and metabolic problems. Too many carbs. Carbs turn into simple carbs and sugars, and it affects the body in the same way. It creates stress on the body, it imbalances your blood sugar, and it starts your day in a way that you're guaranteed to have blood sugar issues and therefore metabolic mayhem throughout the entire day. Number two, sugar spikes equal cortisol release. You've heard me say this before, but erratic blood sugar levels, especially spikes in our blood sugar levels, is a form of internal stress on the body. Whether the stress is internal or external, someone got on your nerves, the body responds the same. It increases the release of stress hormone, cortisol, which then creates a trickle-down effect that affects your adrenals and pulls on your blood sugar and affects your body's ability to create other sex hormones that you need to feel balanced, sleep, and mood. And then lastly, eating this way contributes to poor sleep, which also equals hormonal depletion. And a lot of this, again, is related to how eating in this way affects your adrenal glands, which also speak to your brain and your ovaries, where the hormones that control sleep are created. So what can you do? PFF is my secret tip that I'm going to share with you this week and talk a lot about throughout the rest of the week. PFF stands for protein, fat, and fiber. And this really is your secret formula for how to eat and the basis for all of your meals. And so I'm going to share briefly about how each of those pieces of those meals contributes to setting you up for hormonal balance and healing throughout the day, every single day. So protein. Protein is a critical building block for making hormones. It contains amino acids that you need to create hormones to begin with. Eating a protein rich breakfast allows your body to start the day in a very balanced way. It guarantees that your blood sugar won't take a big spike in the morning, resulting in up and down throughout the day. And you can get proteins from meats. Fish, beef, chicken, bison, lamb, tempeh, if you can tolerate soy, and coconuts as well. And a little bit from nuts and seeds, especially if they are soaked. They're a little bit more gentler on the digestive system. Now, it might be a little unusual to be talking about foods that you typically eat for dinner only, all throughout the whole day. Yes, you can have dinner foods for breakfast. There's no rule that says you can't have some fish or a little bit of beef or chicken with your breakfast. And if you actually look at how other cultures and other countries eat, this is the way they normally eat. In Japan, it's not uncommon that a traditional breakfast, for example, will have some miso soup and a little bit of fish. Or if you are in Turkey, that your breakfast may include a little bit of salami and cheese. It's really more the standard American lifestyle that we think it's unusual to center most of our meals around protein, fat, and fiber, even if it's breakfast. So don't hesitate to throw a little bit of salad on the side of your sausage in the morning and you'll have a wonderful PFF meal. Next, try to stick with real foods only. Now, you might hear me saying protein, and think protein powder. Nope, we want to eat real whole foods that the body can easily digest and capture nutrients from. Fat and fiber both reduce how quickly sugars and carbohydrates are absorbed into the bloodstream. They kind of have, they fight against the normal impact that sugars have on the body. They guarantee that your blood sugar is not going to spike and decline like a roller coaster throughout the day. And your body needs healthy fats to make hormones as well, just like it needs proteins to make hormones as well. And the fiber, especially if it comes from something like flaxseed, helps your cells to benefit from specific hormones in the body, and it also supports liver detoxification and ensuring regularity, which all make sure that your body is releasing excess hormones when needed, and it all goes to that balance. So stick with me this week. I will share more tips on exactly how PFF meals come to life, especially for breakfast, since that seems to be an area where people most struggle with that. And lastly, don't forget, I'm going to talk a lot about this in my free estrogen dominant workshop on Wednesday. If you are struggling with endometriosis, fibroids, period problems, cramps, heavy periods, long periods, anxiety, you name it, come to my estrogen dominance workshop. I'm going to share why this is happening in your body and all of my tips and tricks to get your body back in balance and eliminate these systems naturally. Have a great week, everybody.